Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone.
You know, this person is very disrespectful calling me sir.
Excuse me, I was teaching a class in CPR and this gentleman came here. They have no...
Gentlemen, why did you keep doing that? She's not a gentleman.
I'm sorry, are you a woman? Do you menstruate? Do you give birth? Do you lactate?
That doesn't matter.
Of course it matters. I'm not playing your games. Either you're born a man or you're born a woman.
Listen, I'm not a man.
That you're transforming, that's not my business. You're not women, okay? Stop.
But you need...
If you thought last time was spicy, just wait. We're diving headfirst into another round of logic versus lunacy.
Did you just assume my gender? You said white man.
Okay, I see your point.
How do you know I'm not a woman?
I see your point. I see your point.
You need to check your white privilege, your white female privilege.
He threw it back in her face, line by line, and
we are going to let you on the mic. Okay. All right, so we are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable.
We are reasonable.
We are trying. We're gonna give you. We're gonna let you on the mic. We are gonna give you the mic. We will after Senator Sanders. After Senator Sanders.
shouting matches are easy. Keeping it together takes actual effort. He didn't wait for the police, just stop oil himself.
So when Kamala wins and when you go into manic spirals, everything you've worked for crumbles around you, what illicit you can overdose on?
So if Trump wins, what are you gonna do to yourself?
I don't know, probably move to the Netherlands. I don't want to deal with them. Can you answer the question though? Snowflake?
I hope that
Answer the question, Snowflake.
I hope Trump wins. Kamala
Answer
might
the
win.
question,
Let me tell you what happens.
Coward.
So let me tell you what happens. If Kamala Harris wins, which she might, unlike you, I will not flee my country. I will go back to work the next day. And I am dedicating my life right now to make sure that doesn't happen. To register voters and to chase ballots and to rally the next generation. So unlike you, I'm a participant. And you might be right, Kamala might win. It might be too much. But I'll be able to look my daughter and my son in the eye and say I did everything I possibly could to make sure that this country remained free and prosperous for you guys. And that I gave it all on the line.
But good luck with that, buddy. Kamala sweep! Kamala sweep!
She's packing for the Netherlands. He's packing logic.
All right, so are you LGBTQ affirming?
I am. I'm LGBTQ identified and affirming.
And you're also in Christ?
I am in Christ.
Are you born again?
I am an ordained pastor in the Lutheran Church.
Oh, in the Lutheran Church. I could have guessed that one. So biblically, 1 Corinthians 6:9.
I'm not going to get into a biblical diatribe today because
you're a
we're
preacher.
Here to
Are you a preacher?
I am a preacher.
So why are you not going to talk about the Bible?
If you'd like to hear me preach, you can meet me at 7 o'clock on Sundays at 113 8th Avenue South.
But I want to have civil dialogue real quick.
I don't want to have
if you're a preacher and are of the Bible, are you a woman of God?
I am a woman of God.
So talk to me about God. Evangelize with me.
Come to church on Sunday night and I'll be happy to do that.
Do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe in the Bible?
Of course I believe in the Bible. I'm an ordained pastor.
Came to preach, left when it got specific.
I have a baby here with you. You're a sick, vile weirdo. Oh my God, it's great. You don't with this shit. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God. Go pray for me. Touch me and watch me touch the sit down. Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome. You want me to make you be okay and comfortable in this one? Who the hell are you? I'm proud of this man. This man here's going to be people. Thank you, sir. You don't like the prior service? You don't like medicine? Why are you in this Mexican stronger than that? That doesn't make any damn sense. Y'all right now, this is crazy right here. This is some
She brought the noise, then ran from the consequences.
Post-October 7th, the world, and especially I would say Zionists in media, were demanding that we all pay attention. When we began to pay attention, we didn't like what we saw. You cannot tell me to ever feel comfortable with 18,000 children being ruthlessly murdered. You can't get me to feel comfortable as a Christian with the amount of more explosives dropped, tons of explosives dropped on Gaza than were dropped in Hiroshima. This doesn't make sense to me. Gaza is 30 miles miles long, 7 miles wide. It's incredibly dense population. And this is, by the way, according to Haaretz, that 40,000 Palestinians have been murdered. I believe they're getting those numbers from the Gaza Health Ministry. And here's what I would like to say to you, Rabbi, since you're quoting scripture, okay? I think what's relevant is Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And I'm speaking directly to you, Rabbi Shmuley.
Woke Troll tried to spin the narrative. Candace hit rewind and exposed the lie in 4K.
So I always have to ask the question at the end. I mean, everyone knows what the question is going to be. But so what is a woman? Can you define the term?
I think the answer to what is a woman is a person who aligns with feminine traits that we traditionally associate with females, or that people that align with the feminine side of the spectrum. So that's my answer. And I think that answer should, the definition of everything changes over time. And as we continue to learn more about what humans can really be, I think that can continue to grow. And I hope you understand that.
Question: what is a woman? Answer: feelings, vibes, cultural performance. Even a goldfish would have done better under pressure.
We're gonna stop woke. Woke is
Trump said it in plain language.
So this woman right here thinks I'm going to get deported because I'm a brown woman. That's an extremely racist thing to say, ma'am.
No, the racist people are...
No, you're the racist because you just came up to me and said I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? How dare you sit here and speak to me because of my skin tone? No, I don't need to be careful. Guess what? I voted for Donald Trump because he's a president of law and order, and I've actually met him. He's very nice. And it's racists like you who stand here and tell me that I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? This is the average right liberal right here.
You're brown, so you're getting deported, but hey, I'm not racist. Make it make sense, please.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question. Somebody give out free hugs. I can't be your mommy, okay? I'm too pregnant. I can't be your mommy.
That's a mic drop over there.
Everyone is and how great everything is in the schools, and now I've figured it out. Because all these came here to defend you all from hurtful words. This is obnoxious. Let me just say, there is one goal for the educational system. It should be to prepare children to enter careers to be productive members of society. It is not a counseling session.
This mom walked into a school board meeting and walked out having wrecked the entire woke agenda.
Oh man, here we go.
Do I deserve more or less?
Are you a man or a woman?
I'm asking you. Do I deserve more or less?
Well, probably less.
Even now, when my voice is lower than yours?
Because women only get in line when you have other women in line. Now, I know that...
He said you're not welcome on campus, prick.
Oh, look at this guy. Nice shorts.
Hey, I have another question. Do you know who invented Wi-Fi? Like the technology for Wi-Fi?
I guess a woman?
Well, yeah. So if it wasn't for a woman, your podcast, you wouldn't have one, and it wouldn't have gotten demonetized.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We do a direct connect on our pod, so...
I don't care.
Wi-Fi is... Oh, now it's I don't care. Okay, great.
Hello, sir.
Make sure to hit the gym as well.
Hey.
Hey, just being honest, man.
He joked. They got mad. He kept joking.
Would you be willing to eat a log of your own if that would help get Trump out?
If I had to, I would. That's how much I hate the man. He's a narcissist.
How much would you be willing to eat to get rid of him? Like actual logs?
I'm not going to exaggerate, but I'll do within reason what I have to do.
So it'd have to be a reasonable amount of shit. Like if it was a full dump truck that's starting to get out of control.
No, I'm definitely not going to eat a whole dump truck, but I will do what I have to.
What if it was just like a smaller car, like an Aztec or something like that, and the trunk was just full of the
I hate him, but I'm not going to do anything that's going to go against me either.
You'd be willing to eat maybe like a log or two, but you're not going to eat like a full dump truck worth to get rid of Trump for your country.
Eat a little bit, but that's about it. Just to show that I do not like the man.
What's the most you'd eat, like a bowl?
Maybe a bowl, yeah. That's being realistic.
When parody sounds a little too close to the original script.
I doubt it.
No Trump.
I doubt it, man.
KK, no racist USA.
Whoa, why name calling?
Typical Trump supporter touching women.
Typical liberals.
I don't give a
Can't even have a
I would, at
conversation
least I would
with
be on the right side and not the wrong side.
77 million Americans, baby.
And they're all dumb. Every single one are retarded.
Legal Americans.
Stupid.
What are you going to do besides cuss and yell? Nothing.
You'll see.
Nothing.
Just wait.
Nothing.
It's only getting started, baby.
can't we just all be peaceful?
No!
See, you're the one.
No! You guys weren't peaceful. We will not be peaceful. This is not a game.
What is this gonna do?
A lot.
Trump is still gonna be your president. He is your president.
He's not. I don't accept that. I don't accept DeSantis. I don't accept none of these people. They can burn in hell. Dumbass.
Oh, see, back to name calling.
I don't care. Don't care. I don't care. Your comments don't care. I don't care.
Oh, typical crash out. Take a chill pill.
She brought the outrage. He just wore a hat.
So I know these pads can be removed, but right now it's giving me very drag. Okay. Very like, you know, it doesn't feel like me. I look like a man in a dress, and that's not what I want.
Should I tell him, or do you want to tell him? Boo boo. You are a man in a dress.
When self-awareness sneaks into the script.
So I know these pads can be removed, but right now it's giving me very drag. Okay. Very like, you know, it doesn't feel like me. I look like a man in a dress, and that's not what I want.
Should I tell him, or do you want to tell him? Boo boo. You are a man in a dress.
Mark.
Having it when fighting fast. He knocked out, then checked if his attacker was doing okay. Indeed, we saw a rare combo of strength and grace.
How did we not save democracy? We voted for Trump. We voted for Trump.
The question.
We voted for Trump through democracy. Democracy won.
I didn't vote for Trump.
I'm saying that the country did.
Oh, what? What?
Democracy won.
You mean the rigged election that Musk and Russia did in China?
Oh, you think 2024 was rigged?
Oh, of course it was.
Are you an election denier?
No yelling, just logic and a stunned crowd.
So for one thing, you would make the claim that trans women are not women. And I think that is a harmful stance.
Okay, so what is a woman?
A woman was a gender, but a woman is a person that is female, you would say.
Gender is an artificial concept made up by John Money in the 1960s. There are no genders, there are two sexes, and there are unlimited personalities.
He asked for a debate, got data instead.
Right now.
Yelling at strangers didn't end the way this person planned.
We don't like Elon, and neither does America. He's a South American who has no business in our government.
That sounds very racist.
No.
You should apologize.
Oh, honey, you're a white man. Your privilege is so...
Coming from a white woman.
I am a DEI hire, baby.
How? What have you done that's DEI?
Woman.
Okay. So you're using your woman privilege.
Gatekeeping America by birthplace? Bro just called it racist because it is.
If you could eliminate one thing from the world, what would you eliminate?
Narcissists.
Toxic feminism.
Guess which one triggered the woke internet?
How many genders are there?
2.
And they are?
Male, female.
But what about someone's right to tell you what their gender is?
No problem at all. So it's you. You're going to tell me what your gender is, but in the world, I don't have to believe it. But I'm thrilled for you. You're a lampshade. I'm so happy. Let me put a light bulb up.
Peak sarcasm backed by biology.
My idea of the patriarchy, which is a system of male dominance of society.
Yeah, but that's not my sense of the patriarchy.
So what's yours?
Well, in what sense is our society male-dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labor.
A very tiny proportion of men, and a huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. It's like, where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper successful men, and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society.
Suddenly, the patriarchy doesn't look so glamorous, huh?
Your definition is that a woman is someone who is female, you said, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Is a biological female.
So what happens if we have maybe someone who is female, identifies as a woman, right? You know, cisgender woman, right? As you just explained, but maybe doesn't have the ability to reproduce. Maybe doesn't have those organs that you're talking about that are reproductive organs.
I have answered the question. You stood up here and said trans women are women.
Yes.
Tell me what you mean. What is a woman?
Womanhood is something that, just as Ethan explained, I cannot define because I am not myself.
You used the word, so what did you mean when you said trans women are women if you don't know what it means?
Right. So here's the thing. So I do not define what a woman is because I do not identify as a womanhood is something that is an umbrella term. It includes people
that describes what?
People who identify as a woman.
Identify as what?
As a woman.
What is that?
Was to each their own. Each woman, each man, each person is going to have a different relation with their own gender identity and define it differently.
This question is not a trap, as the answer lies in basic biology, but apparently that's controversial now.
What is your biggest fear in 2025?
People not understanding the difference between lies and truth.
What is a woman?
Does it really matter?
So could I be a woman if I wanted to be?
Yes.
Another day, another liberal short-circuited by the same question.
A woman's life is more important than the person that's inside.
So we both acknowledge that it is a person inside, but it's just not as valuable.
I am not saying that it's a fetus.
Well, you just said person.
Okay.
Do they only acquire the rights that you were talking about that we're born with after they go through the birth canal?
Sure.
So you're pro-abortion all 9 months?
Yes.
So anything that we do to that fetus prior to the 9 months, like killing it, would be acceptable?
Sure.
And do you believe that kids are born trans?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if a Christian wanted to abort their trans kid because they were trans? You wouldn't have any issue with that?
I mean, it doesn't matter because it's not, like, you put words in my mouth, man, I'm done with
No, I'm just asking.
Nope.
The moment she starts losing the debate, it's no longer a conversation.
Are you guys coming back? Yes! That is our night at the Orlando Improv.
What absolute sexist.
A harmless joke gets told, and like clockwork, a feminist takes it personally.
So he said if you're born with male DNA, you can never become a woman. What would you say to correct that claim?
I say your body, your choice.
Okay. I agree. Your body, your choice. Okay. To become a woman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a woman?
I don't even know how to answer that.
Gender's not a construct, so. Right. So if someone says, I'm now a woman, what does that mean that they are?
I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to answer that. Are you guys women? I'm whatever I want to be. Right, but are you a woman? Not necessarily. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you? They, them. They, them? Yep. Okay, so you're neither male or female. I don't know what I identify as anymore. Okay. So what have you identified as in the past? She, her. She, her? Mm-hmm. Okay, would that be a woman? Yes. Okay, so you are a woman. Sure. Okay, I guess you identify as a woman. I don't want to answer this anymore.
It's the question that keeps getting asked and always dodged.
At the end of the day, a woman's life is more important than the person that's inside.
So we both acknowledge that it is a person inside, but it's just not as valuable.
I am not saying that it's a fetus.
Well, you just said person.
Okay.
Do they only acquire the rights that you were talking about that we're born with after they go through the birth canal?
Sure.
So you're pro-abortion all 9 months?
Yes.
So anything that we do to that fetus prior to the 9 months, like killing it, would be acceptable?
Sure.
And do you believe that kids are born trans?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if a Christian wanted to abort their trans kid because they were trans? You wouldn't have any issue with that?
I mean, it doesn't matter because it's not, like, you put words in my mouth, man, I'm done with it.
No, I'm just asking.
Nope.
Asked a logical question, got told it was unfair. Conversation over.
If you were president, who would you tax more, conservatives or liberals?
Conservatives, yeah.
And why would you tax them more?
Honestly, just because I feel like a lot of the moves that they're making right now, and they're also way more, like, financially up there, I feel like it makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of conservatives are commonly billionaires or have a lot of money, so I feel like they should just pay more.
All right, conservatives, pay up.
To them, fairness probably means taxing the people you disagree with.
Y'all would be a great couple. I'm getting married soon, actually.
To a woman?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
You know, it's funny that the people that support LGBT rights are the ones that make the gay jokes. It's kind of funny. Keep making them, man.
The LGBTQ ally made the gay joke. But sure, tell us more about hypocrisy.
Like it. Yeah! Hey. Yeah! Mark. Leave alone, Mark.
College protests turned physical, and Grandpa wasn't having it.
cracked me up. I'm on board with 95% of it. They're like, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, hell yeah. They're like, future is female, stop Asian hate. I'm like, absolutely. They're like, all white men are scum.
They scream Black Lives Matter, shout Stop Asian Hate, then turn around and say all white men are evil. This one starts yelling about being a he, them. The guy responds, cool as ever, there's no such thing as trans people. And that's when the meltdown begins.
Proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself. Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
I am a voter. I'm a
So
registered
I
voter.
vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here today. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Then a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing.
A student tries to roast Charlie Kirk for debating college kids, but he was left speechless immediately. And
what does it mean to be trans?
I don't know. I've never
He's asking you.
can get an answer to that question.
I'm asking you.
Well, you just claimed you're trans.
I am trans.
And I'm asking you what that means.
What does it mean to you?
Well, I would tell you that transition is something...
You don't tell anybody.
Okay, well, you asked what it means.
You literally just asked us to tell you what it means.
You have the opportunity here to, like, educate a couple 100,000 people online about what it means to be trans.
Educate people online.
Educate people online about what?
Well,
why are you
what it is to be
blocking
trans.
this? Why are you blocking it? Why are you here? What message do you want to give people?
Okay, here's the message.
We're listening.
Y'all are a bunch of fascists using
Also.
transgender medicine as a spearhead for your fascist country because you're patriarchal white supremacists, and this is just what it is, and y'all know what it is.
Why are we're white supremacists? What is your evidence for even saying that, besides just being a jerk to us?
White, right?
You're white.
And like white supremacy,
are you a white supremacist?
The tip of the spear of white supremacy is
this clip sums up woke debate strategy. No logic, no facts, just yell racist and hope it sticks.
I will educate myself on the trans Native Americans that were running around America. We know that Native Americans were incredibly spiritual. There's no question about that.
Which spiritual? You believe in God?
I do believe in God, yes.
So
that doesn't make me believe in trans people. That doesn't make me believe that you can switch your parts. I don't believe they were performing.
Candace Owens shuts down the woke claim about native trans people.
My name is Gracia Martinez Rosas. I am an immigrant. I am undocumented, unafraid, queer, and unashamed.
Cheered in the moment, but it might not age well.
Oh, it says Charlie is a Nazi. Wow.
And so I know you're obviously very anti-trans.
No, I'm pro-reality.
Okay, if you were pro-reality, let me tell you a story that explains this sign a little bit.
Let me guess, all the Nazis were against trans people too, and therefore that makes me a Nazi.
Yeah, you mean the
Wait, hold on.
You mean all of the Nazis that was the first book burning.
Wait, hold on.
The first people, just like Donald Trump, the first people.
Even the dog's confused by 2025.
Displays of intolerance and homophobia are unacceptable.
This type of intolerant rhetoric starts in the home.
Parents angry at town hall over intolerance at Marshall Simons Middle School. Kids were asked to wear rainbow clothes in honor of Pride Spirit Day, but some organized a counter-protest.
Pride Day turned into Independence Day real fast.
I'm just trolling people, really.
This is nonsense.
This is what I do every
You stand with Trump?
I'm down here.
Absolutely, I stand with Trump.
She's the smart one, okay? Look at her. She's so beautiful. She's the smart one. We love her.
People have to look deeper than this low-hanging fruit here.
Well, see, my thing is I respect that this is the right to do this.
No slogans, no shouting, just a hat, and people still got offended.
Oh, it says Charlie is a Nazi. Wow.
And so I know you're obviously very anti-trans.
No, I'm pro-reality.
Okay, if you were pro-reality, let me tell you a story that explains this sign a little bit.
Let me guess, all the Nazis were against trans people too, and therefore that makes me a Nazi.
Yeah, you mean
Wait, hold on.
You mean all of the Nazis that was the first book burning.
Wait, hold on.
The first people, just like Donald Trump, the first people that Nazis went after were trans people and immigrants. And you fail to see the parallels with that.
Do you have a dog?
I do have a dog.
So did Hitler. Are you a Nazi? Oh my goodness. You have a dog and so did Hitler. I can't believe it. Hitler had a dog. You have a dog. You're a Nazi.
Oh my God. Do you have short hair and teeth? You must be a Nazi.
Well, you see, the left can't debate, so they just call names. The left can't have a dialogue, so they just call names.
The sign said Nazi. The reply said try again.
Do you believe it is transphobic to not want to date a transgender person?
Yeah.
So let's just say I'm straight and a transgender person was like, hey, let's go on a date. And I said no. Would you say that's transphobic?
No.
You just said yes.
I know that is very contradicting, but that doesn't mean that that was the reason why you said no.
So what would make it transphobic?
The reason you said no. I mean, there could be plenty of reasons you said no. Maybe you're seeing somebody else. Maybe you're just not interested in looking, but...
Well, what if someone's type is not trans? Like, what if someone's...
It's not just because the other person is trans that you saying no implies the transphobic. It is your intentions behind the no. Like, why you wouldn't say yes.
What if the reason I wouldn't say yes is because they're trans and my type is non-trans? Is that transphobic?
No. Because that is your reasoning behind why.
Okay.
Why?
Alrighty. Well, I think I'm leaving with that question more confused.
Words were said. We're still buffering the meaning.
What is the end goal here? Am I supposed to apologize for sharing a video of some unhinged individual literally threatening some first 48 type shit on not only J.K. Rowling but Nancy Mace too? Am I the one that you... First of all, you and I both know this comment is full of hot air.
She read that liberal comment and said, yup, pure hot air.
Illegal immigrants are causing tremendous crime. Tremendous.
Immigrants commit less crime than U.S.-born citizens.
Illegal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. We're all immigrants.
The Pew Research says that there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about.
Trump once again showing why the media hates unscripted moments.
Trail of Tears didn't kill millions of people.
Yes, it did.
How many millions do you think died in the Trail of Tears?
Let's Google it.
Google it. How many millions died at the Trail of Tears?
It says an estimated 4,000 out of 16,000 Cherokee people, forced to relocate. Let me see deaths.
How many millions?
It says estimate that 6,000 men, women, and children die on the 1,200-mile march called the Trail of Tears, Cherokee.
Okay.
So is 6,000 anywhere close?
According to this woke, the Trail of Tears killed millions. Google says otherwise. Folks, never let facts get in the way of a good victim narrative.
Here in Florida, we have the Florida National Guard, we have the State Guard, we got the State Police, FWP, we got local sheriff's office. Everybody's got boats. We got the Cajun Navy. Well, they're in Louisiana, but they're here a lot. But everybody's got boats. We will take care of ourselves. We will take care of each other. We don't need FEMA, the federal government, to come in and interfere with those efforts, okay? You're talking about refusing to sign a bill, and I'll be honest, I don't have the specifics of that bill off the top of my head, but I know when there's enough questions about where that money goes, does it go to flood victims or does it go to illegal migrants? Does it go to Ukraine or Israel? We don't know, and until we know specifically, I'm fine with them not getting another dime, because again, we will take care of ourselves.
Florida man delivers a reality check.
You don't have a uterus, you don't get to make a decision.
Did you just tell me I don't have a uterus?
It will never happen to you. Are you telling me that you have a uterus?
Well, you couldn't tell me I don't if I claimed it. My pronouns are uterus owner male.
He hit her with her own liberal nonsense as she had no counterspell.
They're planning a walkout because obviously, as we know with most of these protesters, they're petulant children who need attention. So I'd like to ask them a question. Would you guys like to walk out now? Do you guys want to walk out now? No? Okay, let us know when you guys need attention and we're going to get started, okay?
So they'd rather walk out than hear a point you can't argue with. That's a wrap on today's reality check when standing up to woke protest turns into its own kind of showdown. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more moments where logic meets chaos. Catch you next time.